Hey, it's time for my favorite video to watch from other creators, especially the ones I don't follow that heavily, because when you follow someone really closely, you already know what they did the whole year and what they finished. But it's a great way to see someone's diamond painting year, and it's a really exciting video to film. I know it's not yet the end of the year. It's Saturday, December 28th when I'm filming this, but I'm only including my completed canvases and I'm not going to be finishing anymore this year. So that's why I'm filming it now, just because then it can go up a little bit early and then I can do my monthly review for next week. But yeah, I finished 15 canvases this year and I only do larger air quotes paintings, so I'm really happy with that number. I never kept track of how many diamond paintings I finished in a year, also because I've never been diamond painting for a whole year. I have been diamond painting a long time, but not 1 year, consecutively. So yeah, this is the first year that I've been able to really keep track of everything and to make this video when it actually makes sense. So as I said, I finished 15. My goal at the beginning of the year was to finish 12, so I reached that goal in September or so. I was really happy to be able to complete that. I didn't know if it was going to be possible just because I also have two little kids and a third one on the way now. But yeah, I'm happy. This is the first one that I finished. This is called Jewel of the Sea. It's by Hannah Lynn from Diamond Art Club. I started it October 15th in 2023, finished it January 25th of 2024, which made it my first finish of the year. This is 65 by 81 centimeters, has 59 colors, including 3 ABs and 1 fairy dust. This is sort of a special painting to me. This is the first painting that I bought when I got back into diamond painting after having my second son. I started it very quickly after it arriving because I loved it so much. I love the image, and it's also my first time working with the new drills from Diamond Art Club with the pointy tops. As I said, I hadn't been diamond painting for a while when I bought this one, so that's why this was my first experience with the newer drills, which aren't really new anymore. I know that. And it was also my first time working with fairy dust drills. It was a green color fairy dust that was in here. For example, over there in the tail, that's the fairy dust color that was in here. And I loved every minute of working on this one. I remember I used to go to sleep a bit early because my son woke up a lot during the night. And I usually stop painting at 9 or 9:30 at the maximum. And for this painting, I made an exception a few times. I painted a lot longer in the evening just because I didn't want to stop. I also filmed a lot of videos on this one, reels, shorts, and ASMR videos, which was the first canvas I really did that on, and that got my YouTube channel started, sort of. So this is a special painting to me in a lot of ways. And I filmed a video last week on the best of 2024 diamond painting tag, and they asked me what was the most special painting that you finished, and I totally forgot this one. I actually had in my mind that I finished it in 2023 already, but it was 2024, so otherwise I definitely would have mentioned this one. But this was my first finish. Let's move on to the second one. The second finish is the old Waterway Cottage by Dominic Davison. This one is from Dreamer Designs. I started it September 14th of 2021. Yes, that's correct, 2021. And then I had a 2-year-long diamond painting break. And started it back up in September or so of 2023. Then I finished it March 5th of 2024. This one is 80 by 60 centimeters, 67 colors, including 4 ABs. And this was actually my first experience working on a Dreamer Design canvas. And I must say, as much as I enjoyed the last one, the handle-in one, I didn't really enjoy this one for multiple reasons. I also did a post review. I did a post review of every one of those canvases, by the way. So if you're interested, there's a playlist on my channel. You can go watch those for more in-depth reviews if you're interested. But yeah, this just wasn't my favorite, mostly quality wise. I really didn't like the square drill quality and the grid. It was very gappy in my opinion. You can't really tell from a distance, but up close you really can, and I don't like that. Also there was a bit of trash. I also ran out of a few colors. Obviously they did send me the colors when I ran out, but it's just annoyance upon annoyance with this painting. Also, it's a landscape. I know that's my own fault for picking this canvas to work on. I don't usually do landscapes. I don't like them as much. I don't like the color scheme. I don't like the confetti. I don't like that you don't have a particular object usually to work on. For example, in the trees, I did really like painting the cabin or cottage, but the rest of the painting, not so much. So moving on to the third finish. The third finish is Floral Lee by Sybil Art, and it's from Crafties. I started it March 9th and finished it April 16th. It's a 40 by 50 canvas. This one is round drills. The previous two were both square, by the way. And it has 44 colors, including 3 ABs. This one was gifted to me by Crafties to try them out. I'd never worked on a Crafties kit before either, so second new company to me this year. And yeah, this was a pretty small canvas, that's why it only took me a little over a month to finish. I also had multiple whips going on, as I always have. And I did enjoy working on this one. I was really curious mainly about the AB placement because her face and her hands are mostly made up of white ABs, and I was really curious to see how that would turn out. I've never seen ABs used in skin tones, so that was surprising, but it actually works really well. This was way more confetti heavy than I expected before I started working on this one, especially the background. In my mind it was just one, maybe two, but mainly one color, but it really wasn't. It was made up of 3 or 4 different pinks, which made it take so long. And of course her hair, the flowers, that did take long, but I knew that going in there. But this one is mostly, I think, at least that's my interpretation, is mostly computer rendered because of the confetti, and I think a bit of unnecessary confetti, if I may say so. And that's why it was so confetti heavy. And I did enjoy it. As I said, I did like Crafties' quality on this one, but it wasn't my favorite finish of the year, and also not my favorite one to do. The fourth finish, another very special painting to me, because this is the first one that I did together with a friend, a diamond painting friend. We worked on this canvas together. She picked this one for us to work on, and it was such a lovely experience. I'll talk a bit more on that after I give you the stats. This is Titania and Oberon by Josephine Wall from Diamond Art Club. Unfortunately, it's discontinued. It's a very old painting and they don't sell Josephine Wall paintings over at Diamond Art Club anymore. They do with other companies, for example, Diamond Painting Deutschland, or blanking on the other one, but they do sell Josephine Walls from other companies nowadays. We started it on January 25th and finished it on May 31st. It's a 70 by 98 centimeter canvas, which makes it the biggest finish, yeah, sort of the year. Also, with the last one I'm going to show you, that's actually the biggest, but this one is really close. It has 55 colors, including 2 ABs. And as I said, this was such a fun experience. We painted the same sections together every week. We started at the bottom and worked our way up like this. We did 3 or 4 sections a week, so it took quite a while to finish because of the big painting, but it was also pretty confetti heavy, especially that part was super confetti heavy. And because it was an older painting from Diamond Art Club, the drill quality wasn't comparable to what it is now. It wasn't bad, but yeah, if you've worked on a painting more recently from Diamond Art Club, this is way worse, but still better than most companies, that must be said. But we really enjoyed working on this one. I didn't add any. I did add any. I did add a few ABs myself. For example, over here, I don't know if you can see that, I added a dark blue AB, and I added a few more, which I can't remember right now, but I did add a few ABs. Because it was an older painting, there weren't any other specials than just the 2 ABs, and I love specials in my paintings. So I did decide to add a few. Yeah, this was a really enjoyable project and another one of my favorite finishes of the year. Another new to me company that I tried out this year. I did quite a lot of new companies, I'm realizing looking back now. This one is called Brin. It's by Amaris and it's from Steen voor Steen Diamond Painting. It's a Dutch diamond painting shop, which reached out to me if I wanted to try one of those canvases, and I said yes. I'm excited that I got to try them. I started on April 22nd, finished it on June 5th. It's a 40 by 50 canvas. It's square drills, as was the last one, Titania and Oberon. Forgot to share that with you again. It's 35 colors, including 2 ABs. And this was one that was also not my favorite. I'm pretty honest in the post review on that one, so if you're interested, you can go back and watch that for more details. But I didn't really enjoy painting this one that much because of the quality of the drills. They seemed a little bit cheapy to me, if I may say that. They felt like the drills that I was used to from AliExpress and that sort of stuff. And usually the more higher end companies nowadays use resin drills. They're different. It doesn't really matter to me if they're resin or if they're acrylic, but you can clearly tell the difference when you're working on it. They did fit nicely together. The grid size was good, but I also didn't think the rendering was optimized, if I can say it like that, especially in her face. I think it's really blotchy, and I think that could have been done better. I do really love the image, and they have some amazing, stunning images, especially from this artist. I would gladly work on the canvases from this artist again. I just don't think I'm going to be working on one from this shop again. It's also partially my fault, I have to say that, because I chose this size point. They also had it in a bigger one, I believe 50 by 70 or something. That would have probably made the rendering look better. But yeah, I didn't do that. I wanted a bit of a smaller painting in between and didn't want to be working on it for ages. So happy to have it finished, happy to have tried another company, but moving on to the next one. Another company that is a first for me, at least this year. I had worked on a Treasure Studios art before. It was a round drill one, and I wasn't too fond of the quality of that one. I messaged the owner of Treasure Studios Art just asking some questions before I was purchasing any new ones from there regarding the quality that they had then, because the painting that I worked on before was a very old one, and I had read that they updated their quality. So I just asked some questions, and then they decided to ask me if I wanted to work on a gifted canvas from them. They did let me choose from their website, and I chose this one. This is Embracing Eden with Pink Daisies. I started it March 7th, finished it June 10th. It is 50 by 70 centimeters, has 49 colors, including 2 ABs. and this is an AI generated image. I don't really mind. I just like the image or I don't, and I don't really care if it's AI or not. So if that bothers you, maybe don't pick up this one, but you couldn't do that anyway because Treasure Studios art is closed down since then. So that's unfortunate because I really liked the quality of this painting. It was way better than the previous one that I've worked on from them. It was very confetti heavy. You wouldn't really say if you look at it like this, but it was very confetti heavy. Even her face, where you would say it was made up of color blocking, it's not. It's confetti everywhere. So it took me quite a bit of time to work on this one, but I really loved it. I really love the end result. I do think some things could have been done better. I did make some adjustments myself, especially on the eyes. On one eye there were very clearly visible eyelashes, and on the other one there weren't. So I tried to even that out a little bit, which I'm happy that I did, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. But on all the other parts, I was really happy to work on this painting. So yeah, moving on to the 7th finish. This is A Little Flower Fairy by Svetlana Dolbysheva. It's from Carrot Art, another different company that I worked on this year. Also not my first Carrot Art. I've worked on a few of theirs before and I really love them. This one was also gifted, and this is the end of my gifted streak of paintings that I did last year, which I did intentionally. I wanted to work on some canvases that I picked out myself for my own stash. So I decided to stop the canvas gifting for a while. Obviously, I'm really grateful that companies want to give me canvases and I'm really not disregarding that. But yeah, enough said about it. I started it June 6th, finished it July 18th. This is 45 by 55 centimeters. Squares, as were the last two that I forgot to tell you again. This has 63 colors, including 8 ABs, and that's one of the reasons I really love Carrot Art. They just put so many specials in their paintings. This one only has ABs, but now the newer canvases also have other specials, and I really love that. I think it adds such a specialness to the painting, and it really looks amazing. So yeah, I really loved working on this canvas as well. I love how it turned out. I think some parts of her face could have been rendered differently. I had contact with the shop after I finished this, and they agreed with me that they would change the rendering for future releases for this painting. So I didn't really check if they did that, but I assume they did. This was a very confetti heavy painting again. Just because of the size point and the amount of colors, it was super confetti heavy, especially the flowers. Flowers tend to be very confetti heavy always, but also the background. There was, in my opinion, a little bit of unnecessary confetti, but didn't bother me too much with this painting, just because the quality of the canvas and the drills and the grid and all that kind of stuff is amazing, and all these specials just made it worth it to me. So very happy with another finish from another company this year. While working on the other few canvases that you saw last, I was in a bit of a diamond painting rut. I wasn't enjoying a few of the canvases that I was working on that much or anymore. It's not all a quality or a company problem, it was mostly a me problem. So I decided to start this one in between. I wasn't going to. I was going to finish my other whips before allowing me to start a new one. But then again, you have to have fun while diamond painting. So I allowed myself to pick a new canvas to work on, and I've been wanting to work on a Mrs. Butterdy for super long. So I picked this one. It's not my favorite Miss Butterdy image that I own, I have a few that I like better, but this was the smallest one, and that was the compromise in my head for starting a new canvas when I wasn't planning on doing so. And I'm really happy that I did. This one is called Witch Bedroom by, as I said, Miss Butterdy from Diamond Art Club. I started it May 10th, finished it July 19th. It is 43 by 61 centimeters, square drills, 60 colors, and 3 ABs. And I enjoyed this one so much. I thought I was going to be sick of all the pink at the end of this one, but I really, really wasn't. Pink is my favorite color to diamond paint in, so this is a perfect canvas for me. Also, drill quality, top notch. It has mostly the newer drills, and I just loved this canvas so much. Yeah, nothing else to say. Moving on to the next one. The next one or two I'm going to put together because this was a comparison project I did, which was a very long-term project, mainly the right one. And the right one is have another design cross-stitch conversion, so that means that you work on it on a blank canvas and work off a chart, either on paper or on an app called Pattern Keeper on your phone or your iPad. And I did that. I did that through the app. I started it in December of 2020. So, yes, a long time. I've worked on it for over 4.5 years. I didn't work on it that whole time, obviously. I had a lot of breaks in between, but I started it super long ago. It's called Cooking by Candlelight, and as I said, it's a vanilla design. Cross-stitch conversion. It's an image by Randall Spangler. I started it December 2020, finished it August 7th in 2024, and I decided to do a comparison with the Diamond Art Club version of this painting, which is this one. When they brought this image out, I already started working on that one before Diamond Art Club released this one, but I immediately knew that I wanted to do the comparison, also to motivate me to finally finish that one. I really needed it. It's not my favorite way to work on diamond paintings, I've realized, and I don't think I will be doing it ever again. I do love the idea of it, but I don't like the actual process of it. It just takes so long, especially because a lot of those paintings have so many colors, which means super confetti heavy, and it's also a lot of work, a lot of mental capacity that's needed to look at a screen and then place your drills while counting where they need to go. And this one has 90 colors, that one. I did use mostly my spare drills, which was what actually prompted me to start that project, because that's an idea that I really like, using your leftover drills on a project. But I found another way to do that, and that's one of my current whips, so I'm not going to be showing you that in this video, but if you're interested, you can go back and watch my monthly reviews, or the monthly review that's coming out next Saturday, I think. That painting that I'm working on using my spare drills now is going to be in that video. But I'll also tell you the stats of the Diamond Art Club version really quickly. It's also Cooking by Candlelight, obviously from Randall Spangler. I started it February 6th of 2024, finished it August 7th. It has 53 colors, including 2 ABs, so a lot less than that painting. And that painting is also a lot smaller. That's about 60 by 60, and that one is 70 by 70 centimeters. You wouldn't say it makes a lot of a difference, but as you see them laying side by side, it actually a pretty big size difference. I did a really extensive post review on this one where I compare them and do close-ups and all that kind of stuff, but you can clearly tell the difference when looking at it like this. The left one is obviously my favorite one when it comes to working on it. It's Diamond Art Club, it's great quality, it fits together well, it was easy, it was not too confetti heavy, it was pretty much all positive. That one took me ages to finish. It was very confetti heavy, very difficult process. But I can appreciate the outcome of that one as well. This one is way more crisp and sharp, and that one is a bit more lifelike, if I can say that. It's just a different aesthetic, and yeah, everyone prefers something different, I guess. But the left one was definitely the winner in my books. But this will also be always a special project, just because it took so long and it was my first time doing something like this, doing a cross stitch conversion, so very special. My 11th finish is my first Margaret Morales painting, and one that I absolutely love the moment that I saw Diamond Art Club releasing it. It's Inside Watery Eyes, as I said, by Margaret Morales. I started it June 9th, finished it August 20th. It's 56 by 70 centimeters, 59 colors, 3 ABs, 2 fairy dust. And this was another painting that I did together with my friend, Diamond Art by Nikki. We worked on the same sections each week. And yeah, it's just such a gorgeous image. I really love it. This was also pretty much all of the new drills, because this painting came out in the beginning of 2024, I believe. So pretty recent release when we started working on it. It was way more confetti heavy than I would have expected it, but now that I look at it, it makes sense. It's watercolory. All of Margaret Morales' art is, and it's all going to be pretty confetti heavy. I'm working on another one of her art right now, also from Diamond Art Club, and it's the same thing again. Also, I really love this color scheme. It's such a pretty purple, blue, and then the pops of color with the orange red fishes. This is just such a gorgeous painting. I'm going to leave it at that. Amazing finish. The 12th finish is Huckleberry Fairy by Hannah Lynn from Diamond Art Club. I started it August 8th, finished it September 7th. It's 51 by 71 centimeters, square drills, as were the last 4 ones. Forgot to tell you again. 75 colors. 75? No, 57 colors, sorry, including 2 ABs, 3 fairy dust, and 1 electro. My first time working with electro drills, and I'm in love. They are in her eyes, the little gold things that you see popping up like this. And this was the first canvas that I ever finished in under a month, and especially for such a biggish painting, I was really surprised that I was able to do that. But I was off work for a little bit when I was working on this one, and I really loved this painting, so I just flew through it. And then I was at the end and I pushed through a little bit just to be able to count it as a finish in under a month. I really love this finish. I love Hannah Lynn's artwork. I love the way Diamond Art Club renders it. I have a lot of her artwork in my stash left, which is very fortunate because they don't carry Hannah Lynn's work anymore, which is a bummer, but a lot of other companies do right now. I was really curious to see if I would like doing the bear part, because of all the dark colors. It's not my favorite diamond paint, but it wasn't bad at all. It actually was kind of a nice, nice, I wouldn't say surprise, but you know what I mean, to have that in between all the greens and purples and a little bit of more color blocking in between all of the little confetti parts that were down there and in her hair. So another great finish for the year. Moving on to the next one. Only 3 left. This one is called Cinderella by Molly Harrison, also from Diamond Art Club. All of the later ones in the year are from Diamond Art Club. I started it August 26th, finished it October 13th. This is 51 by 69 centimeters, 61 colors, including 3 ABs, and this is a round drill painting. One of the few round drill ones that I did this year. I think I did 4. I think. And this one I also did with my friend Diamond Art by Nikki, and the last one for the year that we did together. After this one, we took a little break of doing a painting together, just to work on some of our other personal whips. But yeah, this is the first time I've worked on a Molly Harrison painting. I wasn't going to pick this one up when I saw it. I do really love the image, but I would have loved it to be a little bit bigger and also in squares when I saw the rendering online. But now that I see it laying before me, I do think this is actually the perfect size point, and I think they did an amazing job on this one. I really enjoyed working on this painting. This was my first time working with the newer Diamond Art Club round drills, where they also didn't have the guide circles on the grid printed on, and I enjoyed that very much as well. Usually in the lighter colors on round drill paintings, it's very easy to place them a little bit off center and then for the guide circle to peek out behind of the drills. On this one, that wasn't the case. There were no guide circles, so it was a little bit finicky in the beginning to figure out how to place the drills so they would still be in a straight line, even though you don't have the guide circles. But after a while you get used to that, and then it's actually a very, very positive thing. Yeah, that's it about this painting. Really enjoyed it. Second to last finish for the year, and a very recent finish, obviously. This is Milky Way Galaxy by CYC from Diamond Art Club. Square drills again. I started it September 19th, finished it December 11th. This is 56 by 76 centimeters, 51 colors, including 2 ABs. This is one that I had my eye on for so long before I picked it up. This one was on the website when I started diamond painting in 2020, and it's still on the website available to purchase. So it's really a classic Diamond Art Club in my opinion. I picked it up on Black Friday last year or Cyber Monday around that time, and I finally decided to work on it a few months ago. I just love the color scheme. I don't love landscapes, as I said in the beginning of the video, and I didn't love the landscapey part on this painting as well. But I do love the colors. I do love the end result, love the quality, all that. Not going into too much detail about this one. It's just, it speaks for itself. Amazing painting. Moving on to the last one. The last painting that I finished, and this one is the one that I call the most special finish for the year for me. This is Where the Fun Never Ends by Mandy Manzano, also from Diamond Art Club. This is a round drill painting. I started it July 28th, finished it December 22nd. This is 51 by 137 centimeters, so very, very tall. That's why it's not fitting in frame, but I'll show you the top a little bit later. It has 55 colors, including 2 ABs. And this is another one of those paintings that has been on the website forever. It was on there when I started diamond painting, and that's also around the time that I picked it up, right at the beginning of my diamond painting journey. So it's been in my stash for 4 years or so before I started actually working on it, and I was a bit intimidated by the size. That's why I didn't work on it before, but then you guys voted on this one for me to work on, and I'm really excited that I did. I'm so happy to have this finished. I really enjoyed working on this one. I added a ton of special drills myself as well, which I really like. It was a longer process than I had imagined before I started working on this one, also because of the confetti heaviness. I know I say that a lot, and I'm not a confetti diamond painter. I do like to change it up to have a little bit confetti at a time. I don't like it to be all color blocking, but yeah, for example, the rainbow part, you wouldn't say it when you look at it like this maybe, but It's super confetti heavy. So many different greens and yellows and reds in the small little section. So it took a long time to finish this one. But then again, it was rounds, which made it go a little bit quicker. So very, very happy to have this one finished. I'm not now going to pull it down so you can see the top. And that's the top of the painting, and I worked from the bottom to the top. I did that on purpose just to leave the least confetti heavy part till the end, just so that I can blast through at the end a little bit more. So super, super excited with my last finish, my 15th finish of the year. I'm happy with this diamond painting year. I'm proud of myself for finishing 15 canvases, even though that might be a weird thing to say. But I am. I'm also proud that I worked on so many paintings from different companies and also um, uh, different styles, if you know what I mean. I did landscapes, I did portraits, I did the Randall Spangler one, I did this one. I did a lot of different things in my opinion. I also did the Heaven and Earth cross stitch conversion, which I finally finished. That's also something I'm very proud of. So very happy with this diamond painting year. Next year is going to look way different because, as I said before, I'm pregnant now. I'm due to have another baby in May. So the next diamond painting year, I just don't know what it's going to be looking like. It's definitely not going to be the same as last year. I'm not going to be finishing 15 canvases, which is okay, but I hope I'll be back after a few months when the baby's born. I'm still diamond painting now, but not as much, which makes sense, I guess. I'm going to leave it at that. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below how your diamond painting year was, how many finishes did you have, were you happy with that number, and do you have a goal for next year? I would be very happy to know. Yes, have an amazing day, have an amazing few last days of 2024 when you're seeing this, and I hope to see you in the next video and in the next year. Have a nice day. Bye bye.